Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool team selection hints at new Philippe Coutinho replacement. Harvey Elliott has started 2 of Liverpool's 3 pre-season friendlies in a centre midfield role. Generating speculation that the 18-year-old could be set to follow in the footsteps of Philippe Coutinho. Philippe Coutinho is a player who elicits a passionate reaction from Liverpool fans. The Brazilian produced the most spectacular form of his career whilst at Anfield and was loved by the Kop for doing so. Brought to the club as a young, adolescent prodigy from Inter Milan in 2012. During his later Anfield years, Coutinho regularly sent the Kop into raptures with his performances week in week out. As those who flocked to capture a glimpse of the Reds' latest star were left in awe at his pure moments of genius. That was all to be forgotten in 2018, when Coutinho burnt his reputation beyond repair in desperation of engineering a move to his beloved Barcelona. But for the smear stained over Coutinho's time at Liverpool, certainly his final few months. It was a tactical tweak from Jurgen Klopp in 2017 that would prove to be the catalyst for the Brazilian to raise the roof on his Liverpool career one final time. And Harvey Elliott could be in line to follow in the footsteps of the former Liverpool ace, if pre-season is any indication. With Coutinho's stock growing year on year, Klopp knew how integral it was to get his luxury midfielder on the ball as frequently as possible. As Liverpool often passed the big game responsibility to Coutinho. Given his extensive skill set allowed him to produce constant moments of magic in the final third. Elliott, much like Coutinho, spent most of his time career to date last term operating off the left or the right side of a forward three. His quick and nimble footwork complemented by his Lionel Messi-esque low center of gravity makes Elliott the nightmare opponent for every fullback. Demonstrated by his previous campaign in the Championship as the 18-year-old contributed 18 goal contributions. Surpassing the numbers produced by £100 million rated Jack Grealish during his stellar 2018-19 Championship campaign. With Elliott's short-term Anfield seemingly in the balance, as the club contemplate which is more beneficial for the teenager. Let him learn in-house or risk sending him on another domestic loan in the hope of yielding the same rewards they did last campaign. Klopp's tactics during Elliott's 2 pre-season appearances could be the biggest indication of where his short-term future lays as he looks to be molding the youngster into a role where Coutinho flourished during his final months at Anfield. In May 2017, as Liverpool chased Champions League qualification for the first time under the German manager. Liverpool entered the penultimate game of the season against West Ham at the London Stadium. Knowing they needed nothing but a win to keep Arsène Wenger's Arsenal at arm's length. Klopp opted for a tactical tweak heading into the game, pulling Coutinho from the left-hand side of a 4-3-3 into a number 8 position. Allowing him to utilize his outstanding ability to break the opposition lines from a deeper vantage point. With just over 35 minutes gone on the clock, Klopp's decision had yielded the greatest of results. Coutinho, picking the ball up from deep, threaded the most sumptuous of through balls to the on-rushing Daniel Sturridge. Who with a feint either side took the ball past the helpless Adrian and rolled it into the empty net. Effectively placing one foot in next season's Premier European competition. When quizzed about Coutinho's positioning after the game, the German explained how integral a player like Coutinho needs to be in decisive areas. Following the signing of Mohamed Salah that summer, Klopp was blessed with the options of out-and-out wingers in the squad and was allowed to permanently deploy Coutinho in a deeper, more central role. Despite missing the start of the 2017-2018 season with a fictional back injury and departing for sunny Catalonia in early January for £142 million. Klopp's tactical tweak was the spark for Coutinho to produce his most extraordinary form to date, as he fired 12 goals and 8 assists in 20 appearances. Elliott could be the next to benefit from a similar tactical tweak after being positioned in midfield in his early pre-season outings. Even judging by the naked eye, the positions Elliott picks up are similar positions to those Coutinho once used to wander the Anfield turf in search of. As he constantly looks to pick the ball up in between the lines up of the opposition. Similarly to Coutinho, given Elliott's rise has coincided with the peaks of Sadio Mane and Salah. A move more centrally may not only be the best given the 18-year-old's skill set, but it may be the most realistic chance of getting Elliott involved at Anfield over the coming campaign and beyond. Given how young Elliott is, there are still many areas he will need to improve on before he will be handed the trust of starting centre midfield by Klopp. Most notably his duties when the Reds are without the ball. But unleashing Elliott into a role that saw Liverpool bank £142 million following Coutinho's sale. Could increase his chances of breaking into Liverpool's star-studded side sooner rather than later.